All right, hello, hello, hello. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Welcome to Victoria 3 once again. Our second Victoria 3 run of the day. So this morning we had episode 9 of our Two Cabal, Two Furious run here. You can see we're in April 22nd, 1899. We're about to enter the final third here. And we're back, Emperor Renard. Hello, hello. Welcome back, friend. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. We are doing it. We are entering the final third, and we are close to failure, I'll be honest about it here. So we gotta make a move here. So earlier we had to declare bankruptcy. So we have about 4 years left on that. So we're not making any moves on Russia until that's done. So we're kind of getting ourselves prepared for 1903. 1903 we can make a run. Now, in an interesting turn of events, France likes us. I'll take it. So I really want to try to get an alliance before within the next 4 years, so that when we make a move on Russia, we know that we can get them in. So yeah, if we can get our power projection up a little bit, maybe it's possible. We also want to keep the reserves high because the war is going to be costly. So there's all that. Now, currently, yeah, so, and then we... Oh, that's right. Oop, here we go. Me and my problems with the mouse. Oh, and I didn't say hello to myself. Hello, me. Mouse. Oh, and I didn't say hello to myself. Hello, me. Hello back at you, buddy. All right. So, all right. Let's do this. Cha-cha-cha. Okay, so we want to get the motor company. Start getting motors together. Oh, they switched it back to Baluchistan. Okay. Well then, I don't want to build these. I want the motor company to build them. We didn't waste too much construction there. So that's actually the first thing we're going to do. Create... yes, create these. Excellent. 5 motor companies in Baluchistan. Look at that throughput. Oh, yeah. So what does that do for us here? Okay. So start building that. Now I want to get the steel company. So we might do a reload here. I want to see what happens with this, but yeah, I mean, we want to keep the iron mines, the iron company. So get rid of this. And now, I mean, I at some point I really need to get that company in gear. That and the other military one. But let's see what we can do. Yeah, this one. But let's see what we can do for the steel company. Because steel is another one. Ooh. At least, let's see, at least 6 Afghan states. Currently 2 fulfill this requirement. Madras, Bombay, Bengal. Yeah, this... We have this because we have Sindh, but we are not going to be getting any more. So we can't get that company. This one, Afghan Steel Consortium. And we get state construction efficiency. Oh, yeah. Baluchistan must have level 5 steel. Look at Baluchistan there. Right. So let's put that to the top. And that one. So we build... oh, how did steel in Pashtunistan get up here? No, we want 4 in Baluchistan. Are we still doing the construction thing? Yeah, we don't need it there. Let's make it in Baluchistan. Although, you know, something... something that gives us infrastructure. This forestry guild. Right. Yeah, I don't think though. We need the steel. We need the steel, and then once that's all said and done, when can we get our next company? Yeah, investment banks. So, yeah, and then we do investment banks so that we can get the military one. Although we might do that. Okay. All right, we're gonna redo some stuff here. We're going to do investment banks next. So we can get another company, get the military company. Then, because now I'm thinking about, we're going to be doing some military operations soon. So we get repeaters, modern nursing. Yeah, we hold off on that. Then some labor-saving PMs, although... yeah, we kind of need this. Then the labor-saving PMs of... well, actually, no. Rotary valve engine, steam engine. That's what we do. That's what we do. Alright, so that's good there. Let's unpause. Wait, how did we suddenly lose a whole bunch of money? What? Oh. That's right. I forgot. So in creating that company, I forgot we can create companies by purchase. And so we purchased those motor industries. Well, I kind of wanted to keep the reserves up because we're gonna be fighting soon. Ugh. This is against my better judgment. Alright, we'll see how this goes. Ah, man, okay. Yeah, no, we're keeping this down. I forgot. Because we want to lower radicals so that we can lower all of this tax waste. Yeah. Okay. And then... if we tax opium... how much do people actually use it? The lower classes spend 9%, but it's cheap as is. Okay, so we will tax the opium. You get low taxes, but you gotta pay extra for your drugs. Now, in terms of this company, why are these motor industries not doing well? Because the steel is expensive as hell. Okay, but we're building steel there right now anyway. So there we go. Alright. Let's do this, said Cow. Okay. So what law are we passing? We need to be passing a law. We want to get slavery gone. We have ourselves an abolitionist. Oops. And that person is joining the modernization movement. The modernization movement still is not helping us with slavery. And the liberal movement is doing all nothing. Yeah, we're not going to get... Oh, the radical movement. What are they going to help us with? Yes, all of this. They're at agitating. Can we get universal suffrage? Would it be easier to get that or change this? So I'm hoping that what do we need for public schools? Oh yeah, we need to get off of like the whole state religion thing. So I'm hoping if we can get universal suffrage, we might be able to get the intelligentsia a little bit more power and into government in order to get rid of slavery. We also have a little bit more of a chance for no migration controls. What do we have a better chance at? Universal suffrage. We have a 48% stall, 17% success. Alright, let's get to universal suffrage. Let's do it. Let's get there. Alright. Oh, you know, though, lowering the military wages. Yeah, look at that. Made it a little bit worse because our power projection is not as good. What if, for a period of time, we bump this up? If we bump this up, we could get more authority, create more taxes. That is a lot of money. Alright, and we're pretty far down in the prestige department. So it hasn't done much here yet. Now the best way maybe to bump up our power projection is to... Alright, so the best way to maybe bump up our power projection is also build more military, which we're going to need anyway. Now, if we bumped the government wages up, it would cost us about 4.5K, but we would get 10... Oh, we wouldn't get any more authority. We're not getting the authority till we get here. Ooh, excuse me. Now, you know, we're 15th in GDP. It's not so terrible. Now we have some authority here, so it's 94 per level. We could bump, if we bump standard of living up, if we went up 1.5, that would bring us to 12.6. People would be very happy. Well, let's do it slowly. Yeah, we're only going to bump up 0.5 point. But let's bump up one more. I would like to start getting into Turkmenia here, but Russia has the claim on it. And the US is just not being happy with us. Not happy at all. Ah, yes. Okay. So let me remind myself, how do we get ourselves an extra agitator? Yeah, protected speech would also be helpful for us here. Why is it not coming to mind? Alright, this is going to be a Google. Yeah. Oh man, hold on one second. Look at that, on the first pass through, we get to drafting. That's nice. Yeah, so we need... Oh, labor movement. We're going to get another one with labor movement. Oh. So we're like 3 weeks away. Then we're going to psychiatry. And then we can finally get to human rights. Excellent. Oh my god, I have a case of the coughs here. Oh. I thought I muted the mic for that. Apologies to everybody for having to listen to that. I thought I muted it. Alright, so we need one, yeah, in the second army here. Ooh, somebody with mountain combat expert is not so bad. So let's put them here. What was this guy's name? Faisal Khan. Excellent name. Ooh, kidney stones. Sorry, buddy. Alright, yeah. Oh, here we go. Okay, so this guy can be more of an offensive one. So you will be there. Faisal will move you into the second one. Okay. Alright. Not bad. If I do say so myself, and I do. Yeah, now the motor company here. Yeah, would not be helpful. How much employment does Baluchistan have? And I keep forgetting too, we really need to get to propertied women so that we can get more workers. Yeah, look at that. The success chance is pretty much all coming from the radical movement. The Liberal Party, actually, so let's take a look at that. Can we get them in? What if we moved you guys out and put you guys in? Huh. Well, that's not so bad. Maybe it's the next election, because it's going to really mess with stuff. When is our next election? Oh. It's coming up. It's this year. It's in 154 days. The Liberal Party's got a lot of room to move here. And the Conservative Party is in the lead. So we really want the Free Trade Party to win because I don't think the Conservative Party, yeah, and the Liberal Party are not going to work well. But they will work well with the Free Trade Party. I don't know if we're gonna get this great game, folks. I don't know. I don't know. Also, it's very likely Wednesday night stream might be the final episode of this run, considering we're in 1900 right now. In collaboration with the Conservative Party, Jafar Raja Ahmad has secured a deal for cheap and quickly distributed pamphlets in support of the party. Hey, look at that as a commander. Can we grant this person command? We can. We might do that. I mean, that's a pretty good general right there. Could add them to the cavalry. But we don't need to right now. We want to hold on to our bureaucracy here. It'd be interesting if this passes before the election. This will drastically change the election. Budget is looking not so bad. Ooh, we are close to getting to unrecognized major power. If we can get up to unrecognized major power, then it's very possible to get this alliance. Because, yeah, we're losing 20 from our rank. So we'll get something there. Ideological similarities in our government. Yeah. Let's see, look at that. If the Conservative Party wins, we would be very ideologically compatible with France. How much would that actually give us? That is a question right there. Does Germany still hate us? Yep. Does Austria? Well, they're wary. Nobody likes us. The Ottomans? Well, they're cautious. But there's somebody. Alright. Let's improve relations with them. Hey, what about the British Raj? Let's improve relations here. Oh my god, look at that. Yeah, what about these guys? Actually, yeah, forget the Ottomans. Actually, no, don't forget the Ottomans. Oh, hold on, let's... Supporters of Conservative Party have gone beyond simply campaigning for their own party, harassing and sometimes physically attacking opposing partisans. Ooh, yeah, crack down on them. Let's see. Gus, oh, hello. Oh. Thank you for the offer. Not really doing a multiplayer tonight, though. This is my ongoing campaign here. Hunting for the Great Game. So, in episode 9 here, I got about 2 more episodes of this. But this one is a single-player run. But always up for some multiplayer otherwise, so, yeah. How are you? Good to see you. Oh. Mashoud Kazim. We lost our general. We lost this guy. Offense in flat terrain. Offense in flat terrain might be beneficial to us. Yeah, when we get up here. So maybe... So what maybe we do is we send this guy back to the National Guard. Although, you know, it is a landowner. He's a slaver. But we don't need him at the moment. So we can hold off on that. It does get us some extra bureaucracy here. So we'll hold off. We'll hold off. What is this trade route that we've lost? With Spain. How are our trade routes doing? Does nobody want our opium? Hey, Portugal, take some opium, buddies. What else can we do? All right, so we're leveling out the price of motors. Coal has taken a hit because we don't have the throughput bonus anymore. Although, let's take a look. Where do we have the majority of coal mines? Oops. Because I have an idea. You know, that's true. We can build a ton of coal mines in Persia. You know, Kandahar. What if we could set a decree to encourage the resource industry there? Yeah, once we're done with these steel mills, we'll take off road maintenance here and maybe encourage resource industry in Kandahar and get a bit of a throughput bonus on it. But yeah, let's get rid of these steel mills because we're going to want the company to build it. And then let's build up a whole bunch of coal. Over in Persia. Yeah, we should have taken Bampur from them. Coulda, woulda, shoulda. Not now, though. I don't need them getting all upset at us. Okay. All right. All right, so how are we doing here? Oh. All right, we got the steel mills going. What's the private sector building up here? Tooling, tea, opium, motor and sind, some lead. Okay. Iron is still good. Well, it's somewhat okay. Oh, why do we speed this up? Why are we not doing that? Alright, all of this stuff is looking pretty good. Yeah, and we haven't upgraded the Navy in some time. But we are running out of people here in Baluchistan. Sind, of course, has a ton of... Oh, they do not have a ton of people. Look at Bampur. They have, like, almost nothing here. Alright, we also could use with lowering this. Well, it is... Okay, it is going down. The trade unions have expressed their concerns about government decisions clearly favoring the interests of the industrialists. Oh, man. Yeah, we got the manufacturing tax income. Yeah, sorry, trade unions. Yeah, we could also afford to lose one there. Hey, look at that, though. Solidarity. So we're getting extra workforce from that. Parties, particularly the Conservative Party, are struggling to raise enough funds for all their campaigning needs this election. Some money can be spared. No, it cannot. Opposition interest group approval. Yeah, let's take away 10%. Ooh, but they're gonna win this. And they did. Okay. Let's pause for a second. Yeah, we're not really gonna be able to throw them out of government. But look at this. We don't have to include them in. Now, we'll have an unacceptable government. We will... It'll add 50% to enactment time. And we'll get the radicals, but we're very close to getting universal suffrage. And this will allow us to tackle slavery. So I think... Support regime. Wait, whose regime are we supporting? Because this could get us into contested... Okay, we're going to do this. Now, whose regime are we supporting? Oh, we're doing... Okay. Can we afford... Removes minus 0.10 liberty desire. Yeah, we can't afford that. Now, we can make them more dependent on our economy. Yeah, that's true. Actually, the more coal we build there. Alright, yeah, we're going to stay the way we are. We're going down in liberty... The Persia's going down in liberty desire. We need that. So we'll keep that as is. We just bumped up to 13th. We are now an unrecognized major power. So what does that do for us here? It hurt our chances. Oh, I see. So it didn't help us with this negative 20 here. I was hoping it would. But we lost the ideological... So we have ideological differences in our governments. Alright, we can... I'm fine with that for now. Anything to get us off of slavery. So in October, maybe we'll get universal suffrage. Maybe, baby. Hopefully. All right. Let's take a look at military here. Hey, we're on the top 10. I mean, we are close to Russia's power here. William Cook, a reformer. I keep forgetting too, we only have 25% of our construction pool. Hey, psychiatry. Excellent. I know what that means. We'll look at it in a moment. The Anti-Russian League has requested that we establish an embargo against Russia. Successfully acting on the proposal will gain our government significant goodwill in the lobby. Remind me who's in this lobby? The petite bourgeoisie. Ooh, yeah, we could use that, and, you know, we don't like Russia in this anyway. So we'll make that promise. Frustrated with the lengthy legal process surrounding universal suffrage, Abdul Hussein Maxim of the trade unions has approached us with an offer to expedite the process, utilizing his personal connections with the state apparatus. -2 on them for 5 years. Alright, yeah, we can add to the enactment time. The arrest and alleged ill treatment of a disorderly protester affiliated with the Shiite rights movement has sparked resentment amongst his compatriots. Further demonstrations have been arranged urging his release. Okay, so we can get the Shiite rights movement. Well, I actually don't mind them having some activism, because I wouldn't mind getting total separation. Oh, we can get +3 in the industrialists. Let's do that. We need to get them off of this tax income loss. Alright, what's our next checkpoint? June 4th. So, an embargo with Russia. Do we actively have any trade routes with them? No. This is gonna take... Who was asking for this? Oh yeah, the Anti-Russian League, and that is the petite bourgeoisie. Alright, we can do that. Alright, so that got us some more bureaucracy. And now that our rank has gone up, yeah, our interest rate's 20%. So we can't get a higher rank anymore. But we can move up the standings. That doesn't really matter, but... Alright. Oh! Alright, here it comes. Here comes everybody. Foreign investment rights. Oh boy. Here it is. This is just like the Transvaal run. We were preparing for a war with them, but we don't quite want it right now. First things first, let's take a save. Now, giving them investment rights is not so bad. The problem is that we are on laissez-faire, which means all companies are up for privatization. They're going to come in and just buy everything. Oh, man. Yeah. Okay. Let's think about this. Well, if we're going to make a move on them, we got to do it now. So we have 96 and 46. They have 148 and 272. Really? And nobody will join our side, not even you, France. So be it. They may take our investment rights, but they'll never take our freedom. Said the true capitalist country of Afghanistan. All right. Something like that. All right, so this is going to take some time to prepare here. Yeah, first off, let's set the war goals. Okay, yeah. So liberate Khiva, liberate Bukhara, liberate Cokeland. So we're going to want to add those three. Ooh, yes. Liberate. Look at that. That's all of it right there. So liberate Kazakhstan. How many maneuvers do we have? 115. Liberate Khiva. Liberate Bukhara. Liberate Cokeland. So these war goals, if we got them, would eliminate Russia from the Great Game. Now, removing your claim on Turkmenia would also be great. I'll hold off on that one, just to see if in the end we can actually get anybody in on this. Okay, so first things first, just subsidize everything. And the munitions. Now, one thing we have on our side here. Wait, 27. What do we have? We have 20. So we have a navy to battle them. Now let's take a look at things for mobilization options. Groceries is going to be tough. And we still don't have any trade agreements, right? Oh yeah, with France. So get us some of those to start. Then we got opium, we got that. We got sugar. We got liquor. We got tobacco. So in terms of mobilization options, yeah, we can load everything up. Damn, though. Oh. Let's switch these. The National Guard, we don't need to move as much, so we'll leave that as is. It's still going to be expensive as hell. Alright. We don't need the road maintenance there. We're going to get rid of... Oh, man. Yeah, we can't get enlistment efforts. Because we could really use this. We could really use it. Well, first of all... we're going to bump up that military wage. We're going to bump up taxes. We're going to get rid of some consumption taxes so that we can add enlistment efforts here. Where do we have most barracks? Yeah, so Kabulistan, Pashtunistan, Baluchistan, Herat. Pashtunistan, Baluchistan. Now we can add conscripts. The other thing is, so we're going to be using motors for mobilization options. So that's going to make the prosperity of this go up, and then eventually we'll get additional formation speed. So let's promote this guy. So we can have 90 here. So, oh yeah, let's upgrade. Yeah, that's the National Guard. Oh man. The second main army has none of those guys. Okay. So we have 50. We're going to have 40 more. Now, who has the artillery buildings? Pashtunistan, Baluchistan. So let's do Pashtunistan here. So 30, 60. We're going to need the handy-dandy calculator in this one. 30 plus 25 plus 20 plus 30. So that's 105. Alright, let's promote you. So we can add 15 more. And then Baluchistan. Right. So I think we're good there. Now the cavalry. We have many more arms industries. So like Kandahar and Herat. Might as well take Merv, why not? Yeah, actually, before we go back there... Oh, man, okay. So the second main army here, and then... Okay, so 31... We're going to get a penalty on this. Why too many? Well, I guess because... Oh. Okay, so let's load these guys up. You know, also, yeah, these barracks now. Let's get these guys done quicker, sooner rather than later. Alright, the second main army, I think we're good here. We have 45 here. We're going to need another general. Yeah, not as much morale loss. We'll take that. Although, yeah, so take that. We need another general here in the main army. What does this guy give us? So you will actually be our... defensive one. We'll take you because open terrain expert, when we get up here, it's all open terrain. Oops. Now, Baluchistan also has arms industries, right? Yeah. So we'll do the rest of this for Baluchistan. So 20, 32, we'll do 6 more. Can we really not get any more here? So 38 conscripts, 40, yeah, we can do like 23 more. Alright. So, gives us 148 conscripts. Oh boy. Okay. So it's a lot of work for what very well might be not good. But we shall see. We shall. Oh, man. All to not give investment rights. That's not really why we're doing this, though. Now, let's think about the Navy. So, raiding convoys, yes. And this is what we want. Attack people. Raid convoys. Oh, hell yeah. Ooh. Yeah, might as well take that guy. Okay. And attack people. Now, I'm thinking, is there anything here for our shipping lanes? Oh yeah, I don't need to look at it that way. No. So we don't use shipping lanes until we get over here. Then we're using a lot. But the Russians are using some here. Now I want to keep one at home. Are the Russians getting anything here? They are using this one. Okay. So the second fleet, you're going to go here. Take their convoys. Let's put you, like, down here. Oh, there's no Russian ones down here, though. Okay. Because I would like to take on the Russians. So they have a port connection. Oh, okay. I forgot. Okay, something else we want to do. One, two, three, four, five. Oh wait, no, that's, yeah. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm going to create a landing army. Oh, come on, keyboard. Don't fail me now. And I want you to have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, no, what am I doing? Yeah, 5 and 5, and then we can add you the other one here. So the landing army has 10. Let's give you some mobilization options. And this will be, and then so the first fleet will do the landing operation over here. So this is incorporated. Hell yeah. We're gonna get some incorporated states off of you. Okay. Here we go. Now that we got everything set, let's just get it saved. Let's mobilize. You know, it's interesting. In our last stream, Transvaal's Run, we had our major war in episode 9. Oh wait, but we're in episode 10. That's true. Alright. So everybody get to the front line, except the landing army. I don't think we're going to be suffering any naval invasions from them. Because they can attack us here. Oh, although... why can't we... oh. So once the war starts, we can force Persia in. So those are some additional troops. Alright, I think we're ready to unpause. We are a little bit past the hour now, so I'm going to take a quick 30-second break. Oh, hold on, before we do. Looks like... oh, liquor. Eh, boy, whoops. Oh, hell yeah, Ching. The Ottomans. Yeah, just give us everything. Alright. We're going to take a quick 30-second break. I'm going to go to the bathroom. I'm going to need another drink for this one. And then we're unpausing and we're going for this. So, well, maybe like 60 seconds. Take a like 60-second break here. Alright, and we're back. And like promised, we unpause. So they added some war goals. They want Tajikistan back, and they want Persia. Ooh, who? Well, Great Britain... Great Britain's probably going to be like, you got to become a protectorate. But we have a chance for France. Wait, hold on. Yeah. All right. Oh man. Oh, is Persia already? Oh, Persia's already in the war. Okay. So you guys really need to hold that line for us. Yeah, it's already bad. Oh, okay. Yeah, so Great Britain's out, which is fine. Call ally. Now, so 20 with humiliate. So, France might stay in the war longer if we ask them to come in with humiliate. Although this is interesting. What is this call ally? Are we allies? Oh. Is it because of the guarantee? Well, no, they're not trying to take us over. Although they are... Well, they're trying to take one of our states. Maybe that's what it is. But they'll stay in the war longer if we ask them to come in with humiliation. Can we get France? Ugh. This changes a lot. And we have a lot of this stuff. So, revoke claim. No, not on Tajikistan. On Turkmenia. Yes. It is tempting to add war reparations. But can we get it? I mean, this is going to massively put us in debt. But if we don't add war reps, if we can hold the land here, we get them. I don't think we're going to do it. Do we want... We have the Trucial coasts. Yeah, look at that. But then we gotta, like, naval invade that. Yeah, I don't want to have to do any of this stuff. I don't want to have to add... I don't want to ask for anything that we don't need. Because... Nationalize... Oh, yeah. Take all those buildings Bukhara built. Yeah, let's add that. Alright. Oh boy. Oh boy, boy. Let's make sure. Yeah, All of these things are starting to... You know what? You know what? We can add a company. We need to add... Yeah, forget the steel company. We need this. We can get that extra 5% now. Now I wish I had added that other one. That gives us the negative 10% military goods cost. But whatever. So now we need to get the prosperity up on this and get some extra offense. Alright. Yeah, look at this. We're already in debt. Not good. We're gonna need that morale recovery, though. This is gonna be tough. I almost forgot about universal suffrage in all of this. But we got France on our side. Are there troops coming over? Okay, so they're sending some people. Boy, okay. Oh man, why? Why? Why did our standard of living suddenly go down? Everything suddenly became very expensive. Why? Did we lose trade routes? God, okay. Well, it is what it is. Ah, come on. What laws do they like? If we can get universal suffrage next, we're going to do something the armed forces like. April 26th, come on. At April 26th, please give us universal suffrage. What? Are you kidding me? Oh my lord. We're going to be fighting the British and the Russians at the same time. But it sounds like we can get France in on this. Okay. British Hormuz. So, our primary demand is to give us British Hormuz. Yeah, give us the British Raj. My God, if it was actually possible to win both of these wars, I would win the Great Game. Well, I don't know. I mean, there's probably more after this, but I would finish this in these two wars. But there's no way. This is unbelievable. I have never, in any run I've encountered, had both Russia and Great Britain make a diplomatic play against me at the same time. Well, lucky I got France on my side here. Oh, France, come on. What? No. What if I just give these to them? Lick my wounds, live to fight another day. Because I have time to take that on. The British side of this is going to take a while anyway. And as it stands... Okay, actually, let's think about this. Even... So if Great Britain didn't make this diplomatic play against us, I was still going to have to fight a war for British Hormuz. So what does it matter if they have this or these two whole things? Because see, now I'm afraid that Persia's sending some armies down here. And they're not defending enough of this. We're just going to give in to this. And we'll fight that later. So you send your armies back up there. Now, why are you guys... Hey! Yes. Okay. Now we need to make the military happy. Let me see. Can we change who the head of the military is? Republican. Protectionist. Acceptance is 45. Okay, no. So, what laws do they like? So we could do censorship. It was our chance to get Slavery banned. But I need that patriotic fervor. I need it. And there's nothing else they want. What about militarized police force? Oh, we have to get mass surveillance. How far off on that are we? Pretty far. All right. We do this. I don't like it, but it will give us more authority. Yes. And now we get patriotic fervor. All right. We have a famine, and a lot of Persia there. So where is their navy? Where are you going? Traveling to the Baltic Sea. See, the other problem is we are still suffering from bankruptcy stuff. All right, so I want you guys... Yeah, see, where are they sinking? Bay of Biscay. I always forget where that is. So that's English Channel. Oh, here we go. There's nobody there. Of Japan. Oh, Persia has some shipping lanes there. Well, why don't we send you... Yeah. Alright, go sink some here. Don't understand, though. have more conscriptable battalions. Oh, hell yeah. Okay. So we have... Yeah, let's get more... in the National Guard. So 37. Do we have everything we need in... Well, the first main army, 55 plus 20 plus 30, 105. So we can do 15 more here. All right, perfect. Hell yeah, +5 army offense on that. All right. So I think we've gotten all the benefits we're able to give ourselves. Yeah, these guys have no organization. Oh, they also have no commander. Yeah, here we go. Give them this guy. So when they build up their 10, we'll do the naval invasion over here. I wonder... 24,000... Can we lose 24,000 from this front? We can lose a lot from this front. 83,000. If we sent them here, so we're about 34,000 short there. Can we lose 40,000 manpower here? Yes. So go to that front. Persia's requesting military assistance. No. Sorry. We're not going to do that. Can we take on their debt? Let's do it. Oh my god, Zos. Alright, so we've taken Bukhara, taken Kievan Merv, and Fergana. What are we building at this point? Alright. You know, also didn't mention, this will be a major step towards earning recognition. So we're going to have enforced war goals. Oh. So this is going to be a superior military navy. They only have 2 flotillas. Stonks. What is stonks again? I forget. I mean, I've already gotten it, but... Have 3 companies at max prosperity level. Oh. Yeah, see, I told you, this one will go up because now everybody in the military is using this stuff. And my voice is going. Very interesting dilemma. Jafar Raja Ahmad has organized a nationwide postering campaign on behalf of the modernization movement. In some cities, there is... there's scarcely a wall left unmarked by pro-interventionism displays. Yeah, we'll take the modernization movements. So we have serious lack in munitions. The industrialists have started complaining about the existence of substance farms in Afghan Tajikistan, stating that their undeniable inefficiency should be immediately addressed. Sure. You know, I wonder if this is going to help us get that alliance. So we can get a defensive pack. Look at that. You know, if we win this, we very well might become a recognized power, which would get rid of this, and then we could get the alliance instead of the defensive pact. All right, look at this. Look at this. Can we do it? I hope we can do it. We are in an epic war for our lives. Yeah, look at this. That law. As long as the military stays happy. I don't care what happens as long as they stay happy. Alright, does Russia have anything going through here? Not as many as they do here. Although, are they... No, they're not. So, send our guy over here. Sink more of those convoys. Okay, so now, actually, yeah. The second Afghan fleet. No. So now we're going to do our naval invasion. Take more of your incorporated states. So we have 121 convoys going through there. 49 going through there, so we'll keep our guy there. Look at us. Prestige of 439. We just need to become recognized. Yeah, if we were recognized, we'd be up at 9th. All right. So we're continuing to sink convoys, which is good. Persia's finally fighting back. As long as Russia doesn't win the great game, like, during this. That would just be the ultimate kick in the teeth. Oh, look at that. What's going on over here? Not much on the French mainland. Oh, this guy. Oh. Hold on. So who's in charge now? He's a royalist. Okay. Oop. What? Hey, an Ottoman trade agreement. I'll take that. Representing his constituents in the landowners, Fazullah Bek has issued a formal petition for census suffrage. Sorry, man. It's gonna be a no. Man, it's gonna hurt. Tax income. Whatever. It has been revealed that Sher Ali Naqshbandi of the Sunni ulama has been having a secret affair with a member of the clergy. His resignation is being demanded. Sure. Now we have a traditionalist. Alright. Okay, you know what? Actually, I forgot about this. So we can stop bolstering them. And we can do... enlistment efforts. Where's my country? Here we go. In Herat. And Sind. Which means we've got a ton more soldiers. So let's create a new army. We'll call this the 2nd Cavalry. Yes, a trade unit. Why? Why? What a waste. Ugh. Alright. don't want to take him and then just get rid of him. Oh, I forgot. You can't do that anymore. Oh, I forgot. Alright, well, whatever. So we can do like 34 more. So 34 plus 13. So we can do 47 here. So we can add 10 more. And then we'll add lancers here. Ooh, okay. Perfect. Oh. Where are we getting naval invaded? Oh. Oh, yeah, yeah. We're doing the naval invasion. Wait, was it successful? Oh. What is this? How did we get... Oh, okay, yeah, it didn't update. Okay. There you go. Do your thing over there. Alright. Mobilization options. Alright, so let's wait for that army to load up. Alright. Are you going away now? Yeah, why don't you just return over here now? Continue to raid us some convoys. Actually, is it worth being over here? It is. Are these guys raiding? Oh, yeah. So they're taking care of that. So you stay close to home. Now, if this is successful, we need to again think about creating the Central Asian Union power bloc. god, this is close. This is so close. This is so close, my voice is hiding from it. An influential faction within the rural folk has grown frustrated with their co-members' neutrality on the topic of censorship. Themselves in favor of the law, they have now resolved to form a separate political faction intent on passing it. Alright, fine. Alright. Well, we now have room for more agitators, so let's take a look at that. The petite bourgeoisie. So let's take a look at who we can get. Now, who's going to have enough acceptance to lead? Yeah, no. Well, you get a market liberal landowner. A reformer. Help us get property to women. Opposes multiculturalism, though. We don't really like that. Yeah, what about the Sunni? No, there's nobody there. So let's just look at the actual ideologies here. An abolitionist trade unionist. I mean, that doesn't help us much. This person might help us if we want to get on Parliamentary Republic. Yeah, this doesn't really do anything for us. Ooh, although, yeah, getting anybody for the landowners. Yeah, that's not a slaver. Yeah, we don't want this guy because we're going to do multiculturalism soon. So, Alimko Bahadur. Yeah. Let's get this guy in here. So, if he can get the landowners into the modernization movement, then we can make him the head of the landowners, get that. He'll be a market liberal, but at least, I mean, which is good, but also we won't have a slaver as the head of the landowners. And then a jingoist, head of the petite bourgeoisie. Yeah, not much we can do there. All right, We're a little over 2 hours right now, so we're going to take a pause. I'm going to take a quick 30-second break, just do bathroom break, and I'll be right back. And we're back. Oh my god, listen to this voice. What is happening to me? What is happening to me? Oh! The landing party's been doing some work. Oh my godzos, Mr. Robotzos. Look at this. Taking a whole bunch of incorporated states. Now, we can't go down because we haven't gotten all of Kazakhstan. Look at that. Russia is massive in this game. Just land-wise. Oh my god, we are losing money like crazy. Oh, you know, I forgot. At the very beginning of the war, I was like, well, oh, why did our standard of living suddenly go down? I forgot about the tax increases. Yeah. Alright, when this is done, we're doing proportional taxation. That's the next law we're doing. Oh, what are we building right now? We should be building munitions. Also, alright, we have censorship. Now, we want proportional taxation. So we want that. Alright. Wait, what was I looking at before that? Oh my god, my mind is turning into mush. Oh, look at that, the British Raj. You like us. You really like us. Ooh. Dynamite. Dynamite. How are we on that? Okay. So let's use it in the coal mines. And the iron. Yanni, good morning. We are doing some work right now, let me tell you. We are kicking Russia out of Central Asia. Just in the nick of time if we can get it. Good morning indeed. If we can do it. My voice is leaving me, and so is Russia. Alright, now I keep forgetting about what I was gonna look at. Hey, thanks for coming back, though. Thanks for joining in. Alright, we need some of this. Okay. We need more ports. We need more ports. Hey, what are we even building at the moment? We don't need to build all that coal, right? Well, we need some of it. But I can tell you right now, we need the ports and the munitions, but we need the ports first. So we need those convoys. How are we on the... Oh, we're good on that. Oops. There we go. Alright. So we haven't made any progress here. But we're starting to get this. Ah, Persia's starting to push back. Good work, guys. Oh, do you guys want a white piece? Get the hell out of here. Hey, we seem to be losing this war. How about we just call it a tie? Nope. Ooh. Hold on, we're down on sugar. Ah. Shing will help us on that. They are so close. We need to take the rest of Kazakhstan, and then they can start going below 0. There we go. Take this. Right. Wait, how come, you know, this, at the Persia HQ. Alright. Time to deploy you. Where are all these fronts? God, we have like 3 fronts out there. No, you go to that front. Can we take these guys off of this front? Probably. Well, we don't need to, though, so there's no reason to mess with the balance here. Ambitious middle strata citizens are opposing proportional taxation on the grounds that when they inevitably become wealthy capitalists, they will be excessively taxed. I always see this one, and it pisses me off. Man. Yeah, let's just do that. We're gonna lose tax income. You know, we are getting dangerously close here. We still have 11 months of our first bankruptcy. You know, it's kind of crazy that we're winning a war against Russia while suffering some bankruptcy penalties. Look at that. Our landing party has made it back to us. Oh, wait. No. What in the hell is wrong with everybody? Actually, let's put the National Guard there. And then you can go back over here. So, the first main army. Yeah, the Tobolsk North, that one. Alright. So we take a hit on that. Thank God we have the motor company. The people can move fast. Yeah, because we need to take this state to complete Kazakhstan. Wait, I certainly hope this got included in it. Oh man, did I mess this up? Oh no, I didn't. Okay, yeah, it includes that. Ooh, what is this? It's Offering to provide military assistance. Hell yeah. Thank you, France. Oh. They landed here. Could we get a bankroll from you? No. Okay. Tip. Hot tea with honey might help for the throat. Tea optional. Still sounds like early flu. The hope not. Yeah, thank you. I should have made some tea instead of like drinking my normal wine. I'm getting over something instead of just starting something. So thank you. I appreciate the tip. I've had a bit of a like a cold or something. Oh, Pasta Puffin, hello. Hey, welcome in. Thank you for joining. I've had a bit of something over the last like week and a half. So now I'm finally getting over it, but at night my voice seems to go. But you're right, I should have made some tea tonight. More pragmatically inclined members of the landowners currently opposed to the passing of proportional taxation have offered to change their stance were they to be offered certain political concessions. Such concessions would not be popular with the petite bourgeoisie, however. Alright, so petite bourgeoisie, yeah, we can afford to lose a little bit there. Yeah, let's take that. Because we really need these tax laws to be changed. Now, where are we losing stuff here? The Bay of Biscay. Always this damn place. Okay. Go take... oh, whoops. No. Those pesky guys over there. Trying to earn recognition, are we? Yes, we are. Well, actually, we're trying to win the great game, and we're right at the buzzer here. But it's looking positive because Russia is on the verge of winning it. They declared they made a diplomatic play against us for foreign investment rights, and I turned it into a war for the great game. Now, we're not going to win the great game if we're able to complete this, because we still got to take Great Britain. I had the absolute ridiculous moment of Russia made a diplomatic play against me. I'm preparing for this war. And then Great Britain made the diplomatic play against me for this area. Now, considering the bar is all the way over here, I just gave in to the Great Britain one, and I'll tackle that next. So, we're taking on Russia right now to kick them out of Central Asia. Tell the petite bourgeoisie to pull up their big boy pants and accept it. Yeah, exactly, right? Like, come on, people. Don't you see we're fighting Russia? One doesn't simply fight Russia. One defeats Russia. Alright. But, so our war goals here, we've got pretty much all of them. We just need to finish off getting Kazakhstan. So once this is the last... Oh, look, yeah. So we got this one. This is the last state. So once we take this, they're going to start going below 50%. And we took a bunch of incorporated states here to continue to help us. So let's make this the strategic objective. Man, if only we had the Suez Canal here. Luckily, Russia's army tends to be terrible, just like real life. For the time, yeah. Yeah, exactly, right? They did, though, at one point in time. Whoa. Look at us. We have the fourth highest army. Look at that. And they are second. Yeah, at one point, though, they were the highest ranked army. This was before Germany hit the scene. But then they got all the way down to 8th. Go figure. I have to say, I thought I was cooked on this one. Oh, look at this, though. They are still making progress. We've got to get this war over. They might actually complete the Great Game just during this war. Barney, hey, welcome, buddy. Welcome, welcome. Good to see you. We are fighting the Great Game, and we are... It's actually for the first time in the whole run. It took 10 episodes, but it's looking good. Always nice to see some mustaches, yeah. We always appreciate a good mustache here at Too Kabul, Too Furious. We're right at the buzzer here. We're looking to just, like, block a shot right at the buzzer here. But we're actually making progress. It's crazy to think all of this started because Russia demanded investment rights on us. Now, we have 7 months left in our bankruptcy, and we're fastly going towards the next one. But I'll take it if it means that we've kicked Russia out of Central Asia. Bay of Biscay. When is our guys going to get there? 30 days. We can't lose any more convoys. But man, I really thought we were cooked on the Great Game, and now we have a possible chance. Possible chance. I'm not going to say we've got a good chance. We've got a possible chance. But we really do need to get the war over with very, very soon. There we go. There we go. That should be all the war goals. Hell yeah, there we go. They're going to start losing. All right. So it begins. Do you already have the big game achievement? No, I don't. That was part of the goals of this run, to finally get the Great Game. I have refused ever since Sphere of Influence came out. I've refused to get the Great Game achievement with Great Britain or Russia. I tried once with Persia. I don't know why, though. There's something about this that I'm like, I want to get it with Afghanistan. And I've done many, many Afghanistan runs in previous versions. Most of them were Sphere of Influence release, so like 1.7. Not a lot in 1.8. But I want that achievement with Afghanistan. Why? I don't really know. I'll be honest, but maybe because I like to make things. Probably because they were known as the End of Empires. That's what I should have named this series, The End of Empires. That would have sounded epic. There's an achievement of putting a Yankee as king of Afghanistan, right? Yeah. The man who would be king, his name, like Harlan something. And you start with... well, it doesn't even exist anymore because everything's been incorporated. But yeah. There's also the Duran Duran achievement, where you start as Herat and reform the Durrani Empire. I almost did that once, but it kind of fizzled out near the end. I formed the Durrani Empire. It got a lot of the land, but I couldn't get all of it. Faisal Beck has suddenly died. Jeez. Oh, while drafting legislation for the proportional taxation law. Pour one out for our friend there. Ah, no. We are so close. We are in default. They're at 80. Oh my god. Ugh. Can we even take us? Yeah, we can. Yes, but wrongfully so. They were just a pain to hold for a long period. They never ended any empires. Well, a lot of empires sunk so much of their efforts into it that it pretty much ended them. I mean, the Soviets sunk a lot into Afghanistan. And there were many things that ended the Soviets, but Afghanistan was one of the things that did. Okay, so we are recognized. Signed earlier this afternoon in Paris, this landmark treaty officially abrogates any previous unequal treaties between Kingdom of France and Afghanistan in favor of a new one negotiated between peers. We are recognized. We won the war. Oh my godsos. Hold on though. So, achieve sovereignty completed. They should not be... Why are they getting 0.4? Who do they own? That's in Central Asia. Oh, also... Yes, let's take Turkmenia now. Coquelin. What? I thought... Damn, bankruptcy is almost a game over sentence. You have to be lucky. No, bankruptcy is not. Default is. If we take this bankruptcy, this is our... We just defeated Russia while... where is it here? We are still in our first bankruptcy. So, we still have 4 months left on our first bankruptcy, and we defeated Russia with that. Wait, Coquelin, I thought one of our war goals was to liberate them. Hold on. Okay, so we're gonna take a save here. We're not going back, but I want to look at what the war goal was here. It is a nice title. It is a very nice title. I'm very proud of this war, I have to say. Yeah, I went bankrupt once already. Bankruptcy is not actually that bad in this game, I have to say. It's not something to play for. I wouldn't recommend playing towards it. But if you are going... Jesus. I'll just save it locally right here. First of all, it's much better to be in bankruptcy than in default. And there are things that are worth taking a bankruptcy for. Like kicking Russia out of Central Asia. Definitely worth it. Now, I am loading the beginning of the war just because we're going to come back to this moment. I just want to see what I made the war goal. Because I swear the war goal was to kick them, liberate Khiva. Oh, Coquelin. Yeah, liberate Coquelin. In short, it's something you want to avoid, but you don't see it as the end of the world. Yeah, no, not at all. I used to see bankruptcy as like, oh my god. I used to be like, oh my god, if I have to declare bankruptcy, I'm just restarting the run. And now, Not at all. It has a lot of heavy penalties. They last for 10 years, but they scale down over that 10 years. So you look at our bankruptcy, we have 33 months left. Oh, I was like, wait, what? Yeah, this is... I forgot we just loaded something up. Wait, hold on, though. Our war goal was liberate Cokeland. So why... are they still part of the Russians? Yeah, so now... oh my god, are we a great power? Huh. Alright, we're a great power. Look at that. So our bankruptcy has 4 months left, and you can see the penalties are not that bad. Because it scales down over time. Whereas being in default scales up the longer you're in default. And one of the penalties is negative throughput, which is, that one is like a killer. So it's much better to be in bankruptcy than default. Which, oh, look at that. We're actually not in default right now. I do not understand why they are still a protectorate of Russia. Poop. 0.4 yearly change. How much time do we have with that? 3.7 divided by 0.4. So we'd have like 9 years. Okay. And I believe our truce will be 5. Yeah. Oh, 4 years. Okay. I'm thinking about starting a boredom game. Boredom game. Which of the 3 do you think I should play? Qing, Japan, or Russia? Russia or Japan actually is a pretty exciting one. So if you're looking for a boredom game, Japan is probably not the one. I would say probably like Russia. Qing has a lot of interesting stuff that happens. It's just a lot to deal with. So if you're looking for a boredom run, probably Russia. Bankruptcy is also an easy way to force your companies to privatize buildings. When normally they won't buy them. You know, I've never really thought about that. That's an excellent point. Yeah. Yeah, your companies, because everything is forced privatization when you go bankrupt. So yeah, that is a good way to get them to buy things. I see bankruptcy as a good restart because the interest can really kill you, yeah, as an unrecognized power sometimes. Exactly. Exactly. The interest is usually pretty bad. Well, not usually. The interest is really bad when you're unrecognized. Sometimes, if I'm unrecognized and the interest is horrible, and I see myself kind of at a point where I'm going to bankruptcy no matter what, I really just lower taxes to raise standard of living and happiness and all that, and just barrel my way into the bankruptcy. Boredom run is now part of my vocabulary. You know, when you don't want to play seriously at all, then yeah, exactly. That's usually what I do sometimes with, like, when I try playing with great powers offline. I know what you mean. That is kind of a boredom run. Let's wait a little bit before the 1929 crash. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, we're a little early, but we got out of default, like just barely. So let's take a look at what's going on here. Oh yes, okay. We have a lot of subsidies going on. Now that the war is over, we might not have to declare bankruptcy again. So let's get rid of the subsidies. Yeah, so we still have quite a bit because of the railways. We can get rid of the one for the railways, but we're going to lose infrastructure. Oh, now, hold on. So we can get rid of all the enlistment efforts. And we might be able to make up the difference. In stuff that the... Yeah, okay. So this is all stuff that the upper classes use, except for the opium. Now we're on very high taxes. That is a tough one. Oh, we can bump down the military wages here. Ooh, okay. Whew, okay. Now we do need to liberate Cokeland here, though. Or I keep calling it Cokeland. Is Kokand. Now look at this. Kazakhstan hits the board. Which means we're about to create a power block. Okay. What are our unpinned ones here? Booming industries. All right. I want to create perhaps sovereign empire. Yeah, that would give us money. This is true. But we still have a lot of military stuff to do. We got to get Great Britain out of Persia, and we got to get Kokand not a protectorate. So I was thinking of a military one. So we'll call it... we formed this once before and then folded it. Central Asian Union, which is a real thing that exists. Gotta say goodnight to my wife because I love her. Alright. Our statue. Since we formed it already, I kind of already know what we are going to do. Oh, wait. What did I do on this? Yeah, let's just do this. With the flag. Nothing on the back. We're going to make it the colors of Afghanistan. What did I do here? Hey, where's my map patterns? They're not showing. One thing I want to do in the game is an authoritarian run. If I'm not mistaken, there are 2 achievements. Yeah, for dictatorships in the game, enlightened despot and authoritarian. Yeah, there are. And I'm always like, oh, I should do that one. Because, like, in my mind, they're fairly easy to do. And yet, here I am, I still don't have them. So maybe they're not that. See, this plus 20% training rate is big. And the power prestige unintentionally did an authoritarian run. I feel like I always unintentionally do a like a socialist or a communist run. I never intend to do them, and my country just kind of goes that way. So we're going to do a military treaty. Let's see. Sway maneuver cost. Yeah. I want defensive cooperation. Oh, wait. Can call power block members. No, in defensive. Yeah, we don't want that. Can call power block members with the call ally sway in all diplomatic plays. So we want aggressive coordination. Because we're going to be making moves against Great Britain and Russia. So we'll do this. Wait, what happened? Oh, we need 500. Oh, because I'm improving. All right. Well, let's get rid of the embargo in Russia. I don't really care anymore. I was playing as Germany and had an anarchist commune. Then I had a vanguardist, so I was like, I might as well, yeah. At that point, just lean into it, right? Okay, why is my game acting all kind of weird with this stuff? I have no map patterns. Orwellian run, no. Authoritarian run, no. Orwellian run, 1984 style. I know, right? Sometimes the wind takes you a certain way. Alright, let's form this. Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with my... I probably have to reload the game here. But we start off with Persia and Muhammara there. Yeah, so we're not going to get... Yeah, just pitch black, right? I feel like, though, that's just like something in the game that messed up. Although, I mean, that kind of works with us right now, right? With the flag that we got. Alright, so I want to make sure... So you're putting back on a black background, yeah. Oh, yeah, is that why? Is that why? Because of the color scheme here? Well, 'tis what it is. This game needs new emblems for the power block, like urgent. Yeah, I'm surprised you can't... I wonder if there are mods that create new things. I haven't actually looked for that yet. Oh, and you know, I forgot we're doing proportional taxation. That'll help us out here. Okay, the motor industry is now hurting. I don't know why, though. How are we with... where do I see... I want to see infrastructure. Actually, it does, but having to keep downloading mods because of Paradox's laziness is annoying. Yeah. Yeah, I'll be honest, I kind of avoid mods. I don't use them all that much. Like, I have a couple downloaded, but I don't ever actually use them. Alright, let's lower that. I'm actually kind of surprised we ended up reaching great power status. I didn't think we were going to get that in this room. Yeah, but we're gonna fall out of great power in a little bit. That's fine. We'll get it back when we fight Great Britain next. Now I want to make sure. Yeah, here we go. Okay. Ooh, good. So we're earning stuff here. We're earning there. I want to make sure we're earning here. Yes. Excellent, excellent. So, back to bankruptcy. Investment pool, 1.4 million iron, plus 50% tools, 30 iron, plus 56% tools, plus 38%. And they won't build anything on laissez-faire, but now they are eager. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, our... Oh, yeah, I forgot. Our, this is with our construction queue paused. Try the Emblem Sphere Plus mod for a quick look. Ah, Emblem Sphere Plus. Good to know. Yeah, our construction queue is paused, which is not good. Oh yeah, need detail when Persia becomes recognized. Oh, do they? They changed to Iran? I was looking it up one time to see if you can actually form Iran. Thought I'd read somewhere that it was like, oh no, there's no Iran in the game. Oh, good to know. Yeah, because there is an achievement for Persia. So I always thought it'd be an interesting one to do. Ah. Russia has lost progress. Good. Probably because what they own is of equal value to what Great Britain owns now. Yeah, Great Britain kind of edges them out. Perfect. Which means we probably want to fight Russia again and liberate Kokand instead of the other way around. So we do that. And then Great Britain is the last one that we fight and kick them out of Persia. But it does worry me that our construction queue is paused. Yeah, Persia is a fun one. I agree. Persia is fun because you're unrecognized. So you're not like one of the great powers, which, I'll be honest, I find the great powers kind of boring to play with in this game. But you got a lot. You're pretty big. You have a lot of resources. So you have a lot of, like, you have a lot of room to grow. But you have a really good starting spot. Have you ever thought about making a series of Victoria 3 with mods? Something more for roleplay? I have thought about it. There's a really good mod for Australia. I played it a while back. I don't know if it works in the new versions. I've always wanted to try something down here. And there's not a lot of flavor down here, so there's a mod for that. I I would really like to try the Cold War era mod. That one looks like it's a lot of fun. That is the one mod that I do have downloaded, and I started it one time, but it seemed like a lot to learn because so much of the game has changed. But I feel like at some point in time I'm going to do the Cold War mod and do a run with a small nation during the Cold War. There's that, and then there's a really good United States mod called Hail Columbia, where they add a lot of flavor to the United States. Oh, actually, there is one mod I've been really thinking about doing. So there's a mod you can download that makes every state in the United States an individual country. And so in going with the idea of playing with small countries, taking one of the U.S. states and just starting a game where they're all individual countries. That would be an interesting one, I feel like. I never became recognized since the new recognition system. The one and only time I believe I was able to become recognized was with Egypt. But that was when you had to do the forced recognition diplomatic demand. Oh, yeah, yeah, I forgot about that forced recognition. That's how it used to be. This game has changed so much that I feel like I'll be honest, I kind of forget what a lot of like 1.2 and 1.3 was because it's just so different. But yeah, you used to be able to force that, which you can't really do anymore. I have this one. I try a DR Congo run. It wasn't that good, but it was a lot of events. You can be a damn communist or a capitalist pig. Yeah, yeah. The very first stream I ever did was Congo. I love playing as Congo. I think Congo is actually a very good country to learn the game on, because when you start the game, oh, they have, oh yeah, forestry. You have no buildings, like nothing. So but you're isolationist, so nobody can mess with your market, and you're relatively safe. No one's going to attack you until the mid game. So you really can learn how to build up an economy from nothing. You kind of can, but it takes a lot of infamy to do. Yeah. Yeah, like you can also, it's interesting that they give you the option in this to earn recognition through like having your GDP at a certain level and having these certain laws and things like that. But I found the only way to really gain recognition in this game is to fight a war against a great power. Or at least that's the only time I've ever done it. I think Dynam is a little bit. Yeah, Dynam. Dynam is one that I've been thinking about doing a stream as. Yeah, because Dynam is a lot of fun. Dynam and Joseon, Korea. This one is a lot of fun. This one has a specific achievement too, but I've already gotten that one. But this was a fun run, and in a small country. Oh, Dynam was the first one you did, yeah. I've never done a full-on Dynam run, but I've had a couple false starts in it. And I'm always like, oh, this is fun. I need to come back to it. So I might do a Dynam run. I think the next stream I do after Afghanistan will be Lanfang. And get the achievement for that. Where you try to incorporate all of Brunei. Kick the Dutch East Indies out. That'll probably be the next one I do. Alright. Well, we've stopped the great game. So the only thing left, not Fong, is pain. It is. It is, because you just... It's a grind. It's a grind. But it's got an achievement I want. Like the great game. I want this great game achievement. I think when we get proportional taxation, I'll turn the construction queue on before. I find it funny, because... damn Brits. No offense, OFC. Yeah. When you're playing Victoria 3, you can say damn to anybody. The amount of times in this game I say, the damned United States, what are you guys doing? Although, to be honest, I say that a lot in real life right now, too. But, you can say that in Victoria 3 runs. It's funny because I always say never turn off your construction queue. Never turn it off. Now, to be fair, I didn't turn off the construction queue. It was turned off for us. But I think maybe we won't turn it back on until we get proportional taxation. Nadir Maxim has grown discontent with the Afghan government's institutions. A conspiracy is forming among the industrialists to launch a coup against the government and establish presidential republic. Ooh. I would love that. Yeah, Sloth Boy, hi, how are you? Welcome back, welcome back. You missed some fun. We fought Russia and kicked them out of Central Asia. Oh, Barney. Stupid Streamlabs censored your thing. So I'll just say, yeah. Barney says the United States is a pain in the ass in this game, and I agree. I agree. It's a tough one sometimes. We are going to lean into this coup. Oh yeah, give us a presidential republic. This will be an easy way to get presidential republic. You just woke up. Well, welcome back to the world, my friend. We probably don't have much longer on tonight's stream, but we are going to continue quite a bit for a little bit, because we got to celebrate kicking Russia out of Central Asia. I did not think I was going to be able to do it. And we're slowly lowering. See, here's the problem, though. So our GDP is starting to stagnate. So, though we're paying back debt, our credit limit is going down at the same time. So we've got to find a way to get taxes down. Well, no, we got to find a way to get our construction queue back on. That will get things back on track. So we absolutely need to get proportional taxation here. That's what we need. Now, the other thing to think about is, you know, we're approaching the end of the game. We've only got 33 years left. So it's not great. A prominent functionary and supporter of the landowners has been shot in broad daylight on the streets of Kabulistan. The local police seem uninterested in investigating any further. We stand above a we stand above a chasm and must not fall in. What are the landowners at currently? Damn, I'd like to get them off that, but I really want presidential republic. After this series of Afghanistan, what are your plans? I think the next one is Lanfang. So there's a achievement which they list as medium. I do not think it's medium. Where is it? Minors, not minors. Starting as Lanfang. Incorporate all states in Borneo and have the compulsory primary school law. I want that. I want that one. So basically you start as this state and you have to take over this whole island. And then have compulsory primary school. So I think I'm doing that one next. I was waffling between Lanfang. Damn, good luck. I know. I've had a lot of failed attempts at that. But I've never finished it or seen it through. Which is why I feel like I have to stream it. I thought about starting as Upper Canada, which is not this whole state, but here. Problem is, you start out as a minor power. Now, you're only 1 point into minor power, but it's also kind of easy to get Great Britain to give you the rest of the Canadian states. I still might do a Canada run at some point in time. How did Canada keep this little bit in there? But I think in honor of one of our companies went out of business. Our motors company. Our motors company went out of business for the second time. What is wrong with motors? 2/3, but the Brits. A lot of Koreans here, though. Wait, a lot of Koreans where? You mean where you are? Where are you? Are you in Lanfang? Because that would be cool. Okay, we really need proportional taxation here. We need it like we need it. One of Nadir Maxim's assistants has fallen out of the window of a government administration in Pashtunistan and been severely injured on impact. He has offered the government information in exchange for safety. He will not live to tell the tale. It's so funny because I'm usually fighting against these coups. But this one I want. So, sorry, buddy. Oh, sorry. Oh, playing the Oh, yeah, you're playing Lanfang Achievement Run right now. Yeah. Oh, a lot of Koreans in Lanfang. Good to know that. That's what's in store for us. Wow, this achievement with Lanfang is one of the most random achievement ideas. I know, right? There should be one like with the USA win the Super Bowl. I know. I don't get the compulsory primary school thing. Like knowing Victoria 3, I assume there's some historical context for it. Maybe I'll look it up before that run starts. But yeah, it does seem kind of random, right? Barracks and Merv have been reporting a large amount of mysterious losses of firearms as of late. Alright. Lawmakers working towards the enactment of proportional taxation have found themselves mirrored in a particularly complex set of bureaucratic proceedings, grinding the work towards reform to a near halt. Damn. Well, I don't want to lose 10%. I think we can take the bureaucracy. Also, what's interesting is I don't think that it should be a medium achievement. There are some things here that should not be medium achievements anymore. For instance, I have Barbari's Back, which was a crown jewel of mine, being, since I'm Algerian, starting as either Mascara, Constantine, Aitabas, or Tugart, form Algeria and become a major power. I got this one. But this one starts as medium, and that's because you used to be able to very easily join a customs union, and so really you would just join like a British customs union, and then when France declared war on you, you could get Great Britain on your side. But I never really, I didn't have enough skill in the game while there were customs unions to really exploit it. Then they changed all of that. And now they don't have that. So now this is not a medium achievement anymore. This is a very difficult achievement, I have to say. And yet, because it started off as a medium achievement, it's listed under medium, I feel like the Lanfang one is also like that. This is under medium, but this is not really a medium achievement. I think this is what prevents me from platinuming the game. Yeah, there are a lot of boring or simply meaningless achievements. Why would I want to have an achievement of hundreds? I know exactly what you're talking about. 100 tanks per week with Finland. I know. To play a whole Finland run just to get to eventually making a lot of tanks. Yes, Amish paradise. Yeah, turn the United States into what is that one? What is that one? Although actually, I will say, let's get to it. The Amish paradise. Yeah, as a Yankee nation, basically the United States, passed the industry ban law before 1846 and have at least 20 average standard of living. Now, I do think, though, there actually is, I think, a kind of historical context to this. I think the historical context to this is that it's clearly one for the United States. And Thomas Jefferson had said at like the forming of the United States that he thought the country should be a country of gentlemen farmers, where basically we're an agrarian country, and when war happens, all the gentlemen leave their farms and go fight for the country, but in essence it's an agrarian country. I feel like this must be based on that Thomas Jefferson ideology. That and, the Amish in the United States. Why isn't there an achievement to prevent the American Civil War? Yeah, I totally agree with that. I always feel like I've done it a couple times where I've passed slavery, completely avoided the war, and I feel like I deserve an achievement for it because it's a very unique and difficult thing to do. Euphoric is a very easy one. Yeah, where was that one? Somewhere in here. Yeah, pass the state atheism law and have the intelligentsia be powerful. Yeah. That one was really easy, and yet it's listed under medium. I'm not sure why. I think the first time I got it, I changed the papal states into one. I might have gotten that in my papal states run too. Amish Paradise is also a Weird Al song. Oh, oh my God, I'm so dumb. How have I never put two and two together on that? Wait, where is it? Amish Paradise. Oh my God, and he looks like Weird Al. How am I so dumb? I did not think of that. Oh my god. Ermagurg. Actually, the hard or the easiest achievement I've ever gotten in this game was Declaration. This is listed under easy, but still, Declaration of Independence. Starting as a subject nation, break free from your overlord. If you play, well, we're not going to be able to see it here. As Hanover, if you start as them, all you have to do is just start the game and do nothing. Because eventually Hanover, it's just scripted, leaves the British Empire. And you get that achievement. I didn't even know this. I didn't intend for it. I was just like, oh, I'm going to play a game as Hanover. And so simply by just starting a game as Hanover, you get that achievement. I think that was like the easiest one I ever got. Let's see. Lanfang, 7th run, only need the... Oh, 7th run, only need West Borneo. Really? Got liberalized and almost multiculturalism, but in every run, Brits come knocking around 1840 to 1850. Pops can be from Korea. Early wars easy thanks to Overlord. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, interesting to know though. So Britain will come at some point. So make sure you're ready to block naval invasions. Got it as Hindustan. Oh. Hindustan. See, that would be a difficult one. Yeah, as you can see, Hindustan isn't even there anymore. The only hardest achievement I have, yeah, is Piratini. Having a GDP bigger than Brazil. That's an impressive one. Yeah, for everything on here, everyone on here, Barney has a really cool video on Piratini. That one is difficult. I think one of the difficult achievements in the game, one of my white whales in this game, is American territory. Starting as the Indian Territory, have the USA as a subject with no more than 3 states. It's not so bad now, but in, I think it was 1.7 maybe, it was literally impossible. You would, if you started as the Indian Territory, within the first maybe 6 months of the game, the United States made a diplomatic play against you. And I was like, this is impossible. Now they don't make a diplomatic play against you so quickly, but I still think that has to be one of the hardest ones in the game. It's not because as soon as the Prince State revolt happens, it pops. Oh, yeah, the princely states. Yeah, as long as the oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, that's right. The unstable Raj, as long as that fails, everybody breaks free, and then there's a war. Yeah. So yeah, the game just kind of gives that one to you, I guess. Yeah, that would be a good one to kind of get that. Oh boy. All right, everybody. I think I've reached my point for the night. I went a little longer than I usually do, just because I was kind of happy with how this one turned out tonight. Not everyone, they have to have high liberty. Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah, not everyone. One of the streams I'm going to do at some point is to play as Mysore. I've had that planned for a little bit, but I'm waiting for the next update. Because in one of the dev diaries, I talked about how they're fixing like the front system and how front split. And one of the specific examples they gave was India, and you're not gonna have a million fronts everywhere. So I thought, oh, maybe after the Lanfang run, because the Lanfang run will probably run into the Chambers of Commerce release. So after that run, maybe next we'll go to India, because I really want to do an India run not as the EIC. But that's looking a couple moves ahead. But we did some good work tonight. So we stopped the Great Game, which is good. We pretty much kicked Russia out of Central Asia. Ah, yeah. Thank you, Yanni. And yeah, throat will be better. It's been doing this at night. In the morning, it'll probably be better. Hopefully, though, this lingering, the after effects of this cold go away. It sounds much worse than it has been all day. But yeah, look at this. We kicked them out. We formed our power block. We're going to get everybody in it. Everybody's going to come to the block party. We only have 33 years left, but I think we can do it. We just have to get Kokand liberated, and then get Great Britain off of this, out of Persia. And then I think there are a couple more things to do, but this will be the biggest one. We're recognized, we're a great power for now. I think we're going to lose that in a little bit. But still, did some good work. Yeah, the Mughal Empire achievement. I've thought about doing that one for a stream, but man, that seems like a very difficult one. I need to do some practice on this one. Yeah, I know. I want to form India from one of the not EIC states. I want it. I want it. That I'm also kind of surprised there's no achievement of just form the nation of India. Like they have an achievement for form the nation of Italy, form the nation of Germany, form Scandinavia. I find it interesting they don't just have form the nation of India, because that seems like an achievement in and of itself. But all right, I think I'm done for tonight. So let's see. Next time I'm going to be on will be Wednesday afternoon with some more Ixion. But Wednesday evening I'll be continuing this run. I think Wednesday night will be the conclusion of this run, because we only have 33 years left, so the next episode of this will probably be the end of it. So Wednesday night will probably be the end, which will be great, because that means next week we can start our Lanfang run. So, thanks for watching tonight, everybody. Thanks for chatting as well. It makes it so much fun. Thank you. And anybody watching who's not either following on Twitch or subscribed on YouTube, consider doing so. So you get alerted to the next time I'm on. Other than that, thanks for hanging out tonight, everybody. Have a good night. And of course, as always, be awesome. Have a good one. Hey, Pasta Puffin! Thank you. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thanks for the follow. Hope to see you again.